Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today we're switching it up from Law and now going to our Whitebeard again. These are probably going to be my last 3 videos of OP03 before we switch on to OP04. And of course, I wanted to end it with the big man himself. Now, this matchup today is going to be Whitebeard versus Zoro, which is a very popular matchup that you're going to run into. So, hope you enjoy the game, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy. In this matchup, we're going against Zoro. So, one of the most common matches that you're going to see when you're playing One Piece in general, right? So we're going to mulligan. I didn't like it that I didn't have any searchers. We still don't have any, unfortunately. We do have the Ace and the Marco still, which are nice. And we got the one of Radical Beam plus this Red Hawk, which is not horrible. Guess we'll pass for now. Nothing better that we can do, unfortunately. So nothing better that we can do here. What if... do we ever just play this Red Hawk so that we can actually deal with this Makino, right? So like, this is sits. Let's go like this. I guess it was better to actually, yeah, like I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna take this one hit, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this Izou. I should probably start going more to life, but I am a little bit concerned about what the opponent might have. If I go for this Atmos, it's going to be so easy for the opponent to just play that Gordon to kill the Atmos with their Marco. So I think I just go here first. Let's go ahead and take this second Marco. We'll play the Nami second. Let's go ahead and pick this guard point. And then we'll pass the turn like this. Now, we still have 3 life, and I need to start taking life out of them, right? But once we have this marker on the field, it's going to help me out to do exactly that. You can go ahead, like, this is their whole turn, right? They get to do this, but that's all they do this turn because they have nothing else that they can do. What we can do is that we can go 7 maybe. Do I want to go 7 or do I just go 6? Because we could always play this Makino out and have the Makino like as a pseudo blocker. Right? Let's go 6. Let's go 6. I'm gonna have this Makino as a pseudo blocker. Like, I think opponent blocking there is actually a mistake. I'm gonna go here and attack for 5. And then we'll play the Marco into their Gordon, pass the turn. If opponent has to kind of kill this, right? Because otherwise the Izou just lets me attack them again for 5 next turn. But it's preventing an attack that's going to my face. So I think that's why I wanted to just go ahead and do it that way. We have the 4-cost blocker, which is going to be really good. We have guard point and Radical Beam. So at this point, we just have to find... we have to kind of raise them. They still have 4 life. We will have this Marco. Did they just attack me? Like, will they just attack me and just call it a day? Okay, that's what I thought, right? And that's exactly why I play the Makino. It's going to be like a pseudo blocker that the opponent is going to have to deal with. Yeah, like the opponent's going to try to deal with it. This one is a little bit annoying because I don't think I'm ready to go to 0 life just yet. So I think I'm going to actually counter out of this one. If the opponent plays a Zoro here or a Luffy, I can always swing back with the Ace. Perfect, right? So here we can swing back with the Ace and be able to kill both. Like, I guess it's the same thing again, though. Do I want to kill both their units? I think so, right? Like, if I kill their units and I have my blockers, how are they beating us? So we can go Ace here. Boom, boom, right? Now, this one is at 3. So we can start with this Newgate here. Opponent will have to spend their events to save this. And if we can have this 9-cost Newgate on the field, they're going to have a hard time. Okay, so they went for the guard point. I will go ahead and just kill their Zoro first. And we have options. I guess I'm going to go ahead and just kill their Marco again. Force a 2k counter out of them. or if we force the second event, that's also great for me. Wow, we forced that Radical Beam. All right, so we can play this Newgate on the next turn. And if we, like, opponent has a choice. They can try to kill my units or they can try to go live. But they cannot do both. And if we have this Newgate on the field, we're still going to have 1 life and 1 done. Because we went second. The Dan could... I have enough to counter out of it. I guess we don't. We have a 2k counter, a 1k counter, and an event. I don't want to spend this Marco. Like, I think it's important for me to have this Marco as a blocker. So the way that we beat this is if the opponent focuses on going to my units first. So let's go here and give them the 2k counter. We are a little bit of a pinch right here, by the way. Because if opponent actually finds... Okay, well, that's not the way that you needed to do that. I guess if they have the Zoro, they can try to go for lethal. Nope. If they just take my life, that's fine, because I was going to lose that life anyways. I guess they were just concerned about my Whitebeard. So they were concerned about my Whitebeard. Here we can have the wall of blockers. Opponent got the Fury Doll. So they have the Fury Doll. We have 4, 6 down here that we can spend. 7 down with the Radical Beam. That leaves me with 3 to play with. So that leaves me with 3 to play with. Let's go 6 here. If they want to bring it back, I think I'm fine with that. Let's go here for 8. I want to make sure this Marco dies, right? Are they gonna bring... They're gonna bring it back again. Wow, okay, so... I guess we'll go like this one more time. I think we'll have enough blockers that I'm okay with that. If the opponent has this... Like, they just tossed their Fire Fist. So we know they have the Fury Doll in their hand. And if they want to use the Fury Doll here, okay, that's what I thought. Then we go Marco, we go here, and we pass the turn with Radical Beam and triple blocker on the field. And this is the wall of blocker that we can do now. That although the opponent has gotten up, like, although the opponent has pushed a lot of pressure, and we're 0 life, we can just kind of combat this slowly, right? We know they have the Fury Doll. We know they have the Fury Doll, right? Let's give you this first block. Force the opponent to have another rusher. So I want to force the opponent to have another rusher here. Give you the 2k counter. And then their last attack, we just block it with the Marco. And then we also have the Radical Beam. And if we can clear their board again, opponent's going to have less and less units to attack us with. I am concerned. I don't have a lot of counters, right? I don't have a lot of counters, so that could be a problem. And for us to bring this Marco back, it means that we have to trash this Newgate. But I don't think I'm ever playing the Newgate next turn anyways. So what do you get here? That's a problem. Because if the opponent gets another 1-drop that they can play here, they'll have 2 more attackers next turn. And opponent didn't do it for whatever reason. So they have a Gordon and a Fury Doll, right? Because they didn't use the Fury Doll before. Or did I misread the Fury Doll for a Fire Fist? No, they do have the Fury Doll. So they do have the Fury Doll and the Gordon. So I know they don't have any counters to save any of these units. So we can just slowly kill them out. We'll go like this. We'll do 7 to life. We'll have guard point plus radical beam. Just in case that they got a 2k counter. And we'll pass the turn with 2 blockers. 2 blockers. Opponent has 2 attackers. They could have top deck another Zoro or a Luffy. We have radical beam and guard point. So we should be okay. I guess opponent, we know the opponent has the Fury Doll, and that they also have a Gordon. So Gordon, Fury Doll, and Marco. So the Marco pops that blocker, but the Marco is a 5 down commitment, which means that you're gonna not have enough to be able to kill us through our radical beam and guard points. So Marco, Gordon, Fury Doll. There's the Gordon. So you're gonna choose to kill this Marco. Alright, so hear me out. I think we don't, obviously we don't use this, right? We just say, okay. We have the Shopper. Opponent has a Fury Doll. Doesn't matter how you shape this. You just lose next turn. Right? So at this point we have to we even have a rusher on top of it. So they have a Fury Doll. So we're gonna start with 7 here. 7, 9, and then we put the rest on the Luffy, and that's game. 13, and opponent has no way to do it because they have no down open. So it was a little bit of a dicey situation, but we ended up having the wall of blockers, so we kind of focused more on clearing their board rather than racing them, which gave us all these blockers and all these ways to survive their multiple attacks until we could slowly be able to set up our own lethal attack this turn like we did right here. So ended up working out for us here. Pretty nice in this final attack. So yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a very common matchup that you're gonna run into. So yeah, here's that Whitebeard versus Zoro matchup. Hope you enjoy, and if you do, as always, make sure to like the video and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy your day.